What if everything you've ever been told about manifestation, about the law of attraction, and about the power of your thoughts was incomplete? What if the universe's greatest secret wasn't a modern discovery, but a truth whispered in ancient texts and confirmed in the very fabric of reality? For decades, we've been told that science and spirituality are two opposing forces, a relentless war between the laboratory and the pulpit. But what if that war was a lie? What if, in the deepest, most complex equations of quantum physics, we are finding an echo of a divine revelation? What if the Bible, that ancient book of faith, is also a profound guide to the quantum nature of creation? This isn't a theory. This is a journey into the heart of reality itself. A journey where particle accelerators and biblical parables speak the same language. A journey that will prove to you, beyond any doubt, that your thoughts, your words, and your faith are not just fleeting ideas. They are the fundamental building blocks of your world. They are a law more powerful than gravity. If you are tired of feeling powerless, if you are ready to stop just praying for change and start commanding it, then this video is your blueprint. Take a deep breath, settle in, and before we go any further, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Tap that button, because this journey will not just change your mind, it will change your molecules, it will change your destiny. It's time to stop waiting for miracles and start creating them. In the quiet, hallowed halls of quantum physics, a mystery unfolded. Scientists were trying to understand the fundamental nature of reality. They fired tiny particles like electrons at a screen with two slits. If the electrons were acting like particles, they would create two distinct lines on the screen. But to the shock of the scientific community, they behaved like waves, creating a pattern of multiple lines, an interference pattern, as if they were a ripple on a pond. But then, something astonishing happened. The scientists decided to observe the experiment. They set up a detector to watch which slit each electron went through, and the moment they did, the entire dynamic changed. The electrons stopped behaving like waves and instantly collapsed into particles. They went through one slit or the other and created the two distinct lines on the screen, just as you would expect from a solid object. This is the observer effect. The simple act of observation of conscious awareness changed reality. The unobserved particle exists in a state of pure potential, a wave of possibility. But the moment it is observed, it manifests as a definite, solid particle. Your consciousness collapsed a wave of possibility into a particle of reality down. Let's step out of the lab and into the timeless wisdom of the Bible. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. Think about that. In the beginning was the Word. The first act of creation wasn't a chaotic bang. It was a conscious command. It was a word. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Do you see the parallel? Just as the electron exists as a wave of unmanifested potential until it is observed, so too did all of creation exist in a state of pure possibility until God, the ultimate consciousness, spoke it into existence with His Word. His Word was the observation, His Word was the command, His Word was the intention that collapsed the quantum field of potential into the physical, tangible universe we inhabit. This isn't just a metaphor, it is the fundamental law of creation. The universe is not a rigid, fixed machine. It is a dynamic, living, responsive field, and your consciousness, your words, and your faith are the tools that interact with it. You are made in the image of God. This doesn't just mean you have a soul. It means you have the power of conscious creation. Your thoughts and words are not passive, they are active forces. When you speak, you are not just making noise. You are sending a command into the quantum field. When you believe, you are not just hoping. You are observing and collapsing a wave of potential into a particle of reality. This is the power of the Word. It is the same power that created the cosmos, and it lives inside you. Every time you say, "I am not enough," you are observing that reality into existence. You are taking the wave of infinite potential that is you and collapsing it into a particle of limitation. But every time you say, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," you are commanding a new reality into being. You are taking the limitless potential of divine strength and manifesting it into a particle of physical power. This is the first law of biblical manifestation, confirmed by quantum science. Your words are not just sounds, they are creative commands. Your beliefs are not just thoughts, they are conscious observations that shape your world. So, if our observation collapses reality, what is it that we are collapsing? Quantum physicists refer to it as the quantum field. It is an invisible, boundless ocean of energy that underlies everything. It's not empty space. It is a sea of pure potential, a swirling, vibrant field where every possibility past, present, and future exists. In a state of unmanifested information, the very fabric of the universe is a living, intelligent field of energy. Every thought you've ever had, every word you've ever spoken, every emotion you've ever felt, it's all stored as information within this field. And what does the Bible say? It speaks of God's foreknowledge, of a divine blueprint that exists before creation. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. It speaks of Jesus, the Word, as the one in whom all things hold together. The universe is not a chaotic mess. It is an ordered, intelligent system held together by the Word, by an unseen force that underpins everything. The quantum field is the scientific name for this sea of potential. It is the raw material and God's divine blueprint. The Word is the consciousness that gives it form. Your faith, your intention, your belief. That's the bridge. That's the link between the blueprint and the manifestation. Think of it like this. Your life is a masterpiece waiting to be painted. The quantum field is the paint, the canvas, the brush, and every possible color imaginable. God's blueprint is the final image of the masterpiece, the magnificent, abundant, and joyful life you are destined for. And your consciousness, armed with faith, is the hand of the artist, painting that masterpiece into reality. If your canvas is currently filled with darkness, with frustration, with lack, it's not because God's blueprint is flawed. It's because your brushstrokes, your thoughts, and beliefs have been painting the wrong picture. You've been looking at the shadow and calling it reality. This is where self-discipline and self-growth come into play. It's not about fighting against the world. It's about aligning your internal state with the divine blueprint that already exists for you. You don't need to force manifestation. You need to align with it. The Bible calls this faith. Quantum science calls this coherence. When your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your intentions are all aligned, you are in a state of coherence. You are broadcasting a clear, powerful signal that the quantum field cannot ignore. This is why Jesus said, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." He didn't say, "Believe that you will receive it." He said, "Believe that you have received it." He was instructing us to move into a state of coherence, to act as if the blessing has already manifested, to be the observer of the reality we desire, collapsing the wave of possibility into the particle of our experience. This is the law. It's not magic. It's physics. It's faith. And it's waiting for you to use it. Now, let's talk about the most powerful, most miraculous instrument in the universe, the one you have dominion over, your brain. Your brain is not just a processor. It is a receiver and a transmitter. It is the biological interface between your consciousness and the quantum field. It's the antenna that picks up the frequencies of divine potential and the broadcaster that sends out the signal of your intent. For a long time, we thought our brains were static, fixed structures, but neuroscience has now proven the miracle of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to literally rewire itself, to build new neural pathways, to create new highways of thought. This is the scientific confirmation of the biblical instruction to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The act of choosing a new thought, of cultivating gratitude, of practicing faith. This is not just a spiritual exercise. It is a neurobiological command. You are literally firing new neural networks, strengthening them with every repetition, and making them the default operating system for your life. This is where self-discipline comes in. You must become the master of your own mind. You must be the gardener of your thoughts, pulling out the weeds of doubt and fear, and planting the seeds of faith and purpose. The state of your brain determines the frequencies you operate on. Think of it like this. Beta waves. Your everyday, conscious, thinking mind. The frequency of worry, analysis, and problem solving. It's a useful frequency. But if you stay here, you are locked into a reality of limitation. Alpha waves. The state of calm. The bridge between your conscious and subconscious mind. The frequency of relaxation. Calm, focus, and receptivity. Theta waves. The deep state of meditation, of prayer, of spiritual insight. This is the frequency where you can access and change your subconscious beliefs. This is the state where you can truly renew your mind. Gamma waves, the highest frequency. The state of peak performance, of spiritual ecstasy, of profound insight and oneness. This is the frequency of miracles. This is where you don't just believe in a miracle, you are a miracle in motion. So, how do you get there? How do you move your brain from the low-frequency static of daily worry to the high-frequency symphony of divine manifestation? You exercise your brain, you treat it like a muscle, and the exercises are simple but profound. Conscious thought, don't just think your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, don't argue with it. Simply observe it and consciously replace it with a thought of faith. This is the first act of self-discipline. Guided prayer and meditation. Set aside time every day to enter a state of deep prayer or meditation. Quiet the beta waves and sink into alpha and theta. This is where you can rewrite the scripts in your subconscious. This is where you connect with God and receive divine inspiration. Vocalized affirmations. Speak your truth out loud. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. When you vocalize a word of faith, you are sending a powerful command. You are solidifying the neural pathways of that belief and broadcasting a powerful, coherent signal to the quantum field. Your brain is the most potent tool for manifestation you possess. It is not just an organ, it is a divine machine, and you have the operator's manual. The Bible is that manual, and quantum science is the detailed instruction booklet. It's time to stop letting your brain run on autopilot. It's time to take control. Quantum physics reveals that when energy waves are in sync, they create a phenomenon called coherence. Their power doesn't just add up, it multiplies exponentially. When two waves are in perfect alignment, they create a single wave that is far more powerful than the sum of its parts. And what does the Bible say? Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where two or three gather in my name, there am I among them. This isn't a simple suggestion. It's a statement of quantum law. The principle of agreement isn't just a nice idea. It is the spiritual expression of coherence. When two or more people align their faith, their intention, and their energy, they are not just adding their power together. They are creating a state of coherence that is so powerful it can move mountains. God is not just in their presence. He is the unifying force that makes their collective energy exponentially more powerful. But this principle of agreement extends beyond a group. It must start within you. To manifest your desires, your mind, your heart, and your spirit must be in perfect agreement. You cannot have your conscious mind praying for abundance while your subconscious mind believes in scarcity. You cannot have your heart filled with worry while your words are speaking faith. This is a state of incoherence, and it is like trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. You will get nowhere. This is the deeper meaning of guarding your heart and renewing your mind. It is the work of bringing your entire being into a state of spiritual and quantum coherence. It is the ultimate act of self-discipline. How do you achieve this? Heal your heart, let go of past wounds, resentments, and unforgiveness. These are low-frequency emotions that create internal incoherence. Forgiveness is not for them. It is for you. It is a deliberate act of releasing the static that is preventing your manifestation. Align your words with your beliefs. Stop saying one thing and believing another. Your words are the ultimate command. If you catch yourself speaking words of lack or doubt, stop immediately. Correct your speech. Speak life and truth, even if it feels unnatural at first. Find your tribe. Surround yourself with people who are also committed to a high-frequency life. Find your 2 or 3, agree with them. Pray with them. Support them. The collective power of a coherent group is a divine force. This is not a passive pursuit. This is the active, deliberate work of a co-creator. It is the spiritual and quantum law of agreement. When you are in coherence, when your entire being is in sync with the divine blueprint, the universe has no choice but to respond. It must manifest the reality you are broadcasting. We have only scratched the surface. We have connected the observer effect to the power of the word. We have linked the quantum field to the divine blueprint. We have begun to understand the brain as a miraculous receiver and the power of coherence and agreement. This is not just a video, it is a revelation. It is a call to action. You were not created to be a victim of your circumstances. You were created to be a commander of your reality. Your words are not just sounds, they are creative commands. Your beliefs are not just thoughts, they are conscious acts of observation that shape the very world around you. The Bible has been telling us this for millennia. Quantum science is now providing the proof. The greatest power in the universe is not out there somewhere. It is inside you, waiting to be unleashed. And this is just the beginning. Now, before you go, take a moment, breathe. And if this message has resonated with you, if it has ignited a fire within you, then take a moment to subscribe. Share this video. Together, let's continue to unlock the quantum secrets of faith and step into the miraculous lives we were designed for. We have explored the science of your thoughts and words, but now, we must go deeper. For all the power of the mind, there is a greater, more fundamental force at work: the power of your heart. Think about the feeling of faith. It's not just a mental agreement. It's not just a decision. When you truly have faith, you feel it. It's a deep, unshakable certainty that vibrates in your very core. You can feel a sense of peace, a sense of knowing, even when the evidence in the physical world seems to contradict your belief. This feeling is not a side effect of faith. It is the very essence of it. For centuries, science dismissed the heart as little more than a biological pump. But a new field of research called neurocardiology has proven this to be a profound error. The heart is a powerful neurological and electromagnetic hub. It has its own complex nervous system, often referred to as a little brain, and it communicates with the brain in your head in ways that are far more influential than we ever imagined. The heart's electromagnetic field is astonishingly powerful, over 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. This field radiates outward from your body in a torus shape, a donut-like energy field that can be measured several feet away. And here's the most critical part. The quality of this field is determined by your emotions. When you are feeling fear, anger, or frustration, your heart's rhythm becomes chaotic and incoherent. It sends a disorganized, jarring signal to your brain and into the quantum field. It's like trying to sing a beautiful melody while your voice is full of static. But when you are feeling love, gratitude, joy, and peace, the frequency of faith, heart's rhythm becomes smooth, harmonious, and highly coherent. It sends a clean, powerful, and organized signal. This is the scientific foundation of the law of the heart. You are not just a transmitter of thoughts, you are a broadcaster of emotion. And your heart's signal, its frequency, is the true command that the quantum field responds to. Now, let's turn to the timeless wisdom of the Bible. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This is more than a spiritual instruction, it is a profound scientific truth. Your heart is the primary source of the energy that shapes your reality. When you guard it, when you fill it with love, with gratitude, with peace, you are ensuring that the signal you are broadcasting is coherent and powerful. This is the deeper meaning of walking by faith, not by sight. It means you don't wait for your eyes to see the manifestation. You don't wait for the evidence. You generate the feeling of the desired outcome in your heart first. You feel the peace of financial abundance even in debt. You feel the joy of perfect health even with sickness in your body. You feel the love of a perfect relationship even in loneliness. This is the ultimate act of faith. It is not a mental exercise. It is an emotional command. The world teaches you to react to what you see. The Bible and quantum science teach you to create what you desire by generating the feeling first. When you hold a coherent, high-frequency feeling in your heart, you are becoming an energetic match for your desires. You are aligning with the divine blueprint. You are not just waiting for the blessing to arrive. You are becoming a magnet for it. So, how do you learn to live in this high-frequency state? How do you command your heart to radiate peace, joy, and faith, no matter what your physical reality looks like? This is the core of self-discipline, the gratitude reset. Every morning, before you do anything else, take 3 minutes to intentionally feel gratitude. Don't just think the words, feel them. Close your eyes and feel the warmth in your chest, for the breath in your lungs, for the sun on your face, for a loving friend. This simple act immediately raises your heart's frequency and puts you in a state of coherence for the day. Heart-focused breathing. Throughout your day, when you feel stress or fear arise, take a few conscious slow breaths. As you breathe, imagine the air flowing in and out of your heart. As you breathe in, imagine a feeling of peace or love flowing into your heart. As you breathe out, imagine the fear or stress flowing away. This simple practice can instantly shift your heart's rhythm, from chaotic to coherent, vibrational alignment. Choose to feel good. This sounds simple, but it is a radical act of self-love. Listen to uplifting music, watch a comedy, spend time in nature. Engage in activities that genuinely make you feel joy. This isn't a distraction. It is a deliberate act of raising your frequency to align with the reality you want to manifest. The Bible tells us that love is the highest of all virtues. Now we understand why. Love is the highest of all frequencies. When you operate from a place of love and gratitude, you are not just being a good person. You are becoming an unstoppable force of creation. You are aligning with the very energy that holds the universe together. You are living in the law of the heart. This is the true secret. Your mind is the observer that collapses the potential. Your words are the commands that give it shape. But your heart is the broadcaster. It is the engine that provides. The power is the frequency that the quantum field responds to. You are a divine being of energy, and your heart is the antenna. It's time to tune it to the frequency of miracles. We have journeyed from the deepest mysteries of quantum science to the most profound truths of the Bible, and we have arrived at a single breathtaking conclusion. The universe is not random, and you are not a helpless spectator in your own life. You are a creator, armed with the most powerful tools in existence. We began with the observer effect, and learned that your consciousness has the power to take a wave of unmanifested possibility and collapse it into a particle of reality. This is the same power God used when He spoke the universe into being. Your words are not just sounds, they are creative commands. They are the same force that said, "Let there be light." We saw that the quantum field is a sea of pure, vast, energetic blueprint of everything that could ever be. And God's divine will is the ultimate pattern, the ultimate intention. Your faith is the bridge between that blueprint and your physical world. We have unveiled the truth about your brain, that it is not a fixed organ but a miraculous receiver and transmitter, capable of rewiring itself through The spiritual law to renew your mind is the scientific law of creating new neural pathways. It's time to stop letting your thoughts run wild and start training your brain to become a home for faith, peace, and abundance. We have discovered the secret of coherence, not just in quantum physics, but in the very heart of your being. The principle of agreement, where 2 or 3 are gathered, is the scientific law of energy multiplication. It starts with bringing your own heart, mind, and spirit into perfect alignment, leaving no room for doubt or fear. And finally, we have revealed the law of the heart, that your emotions are not passive feelings, but powerful frequencies. Your heart's electromagnetic field is the primary signal you are broadcasting into the universe. To truly manifest your desires, you must not just think with faith, you must feel with faith. You now hold a truth that bridges science and spirituality. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are a divine creation, an intentional masterpiece with the power to shape your reality. This isn't about being perfect. This is about being persistent. This is about being disciplined. It is about a daily, moment-by-moment commitment to choose thoughts of faith, speak words of life, and cultivate feelings of gratitude. The universe is a responsive mirror. It reflects back to you the frequency you are broadcasting. If you are broadcasting doubt, it will reflect back a world of doubt. But if you are broadcasting faith, if you are radiating the frequency of your desires, it has no choice but to bring them to you. This is not a one-time practice. It is a new way of living. It is a new identity. It is the most important act of self-growth you will ever embark upon. Every time you consciously choose a high-frequency thought, you are creating a ripple effect that will change your life and the lives of everyone around you. You are becoming a force of light in a world that so desperately needs it, and this is just the beginning. The knowledge you have gained today is the key. The discipline is the lock, and your faith is the hand that turns the key. It's time to stop waiting for miracles and start creating them. It's time to stop hoping for abundance and start living from it now. Take a moment, breathe, settle this truth into your soul, and if this message has resonated with you, if it has ignited a fire within you, then I ask you to do 3 things. Subscribe to this channel now. Join our community of co-creators who are committed to living a high-frequency life. This is where we continue the journey together. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth. You are not just sharing a link. You are sharing a tool for transformation. Leave a comment below and tell me one thing you are going to intentionally manifest this week. Let's create a field of coherence together and watch the miracles unfold. Thank you for being here. You are a powerful, magnificent being, and your time to shine has come.